Today, it's hard to be passionate about politics. We see so many just ugly truths about the world when you're supporting one of these lower candidates that aren't accepted. You see all these lies in the media. You see all these people looking at these media sources, CNN, Fox, MSNBC. They become a monolith of information, of opinion, and they just follow exactly what they hear. And it's just hard to stay motivated through that when you're not in that cycle, because you see all these people, you see most people not thinking critically about these issues, just mindlessly following whatever they hear. And it really got me today when I saw this Rising Up Bernie piece that this YouTuber made. I'll put the picture right here. So I was taking a nice little nap, woke up, saw a link to this. I saw it was gaining some traction, and I was wondering what it was. And it showed a bunch of media criticisms of Bernie, a bunch of things attacking his character, attacking how happy he is, attacking his everything about him as a person. There weren't even any policy attacks coming from MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, everybody. So everybody's against this one candidate, saying that he's a crazy old socialist man from the 1950s. And it showed another part of him after each statement that proved all of the previous statements wrong. And after my nap today, that just got me motivated. It got me into a fighting mood, and it got me looking around at the other supporters around me who feel the same. And I realized that we have these certain camps with the candidates left. We have Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang, and Bernie Sanders, the three candidates that the media hates. They think they are illegitimate candidates, even the one that has so much traction in Bernie. Bernie rose $25 million, Yang raised $10 million. I'm not sure what Tulsi raised, but she's still in the fourth debate. But all these guys, all you supporters of these people, I know there's different reasons you support one from the other. You may think some of the policies are unrealistic. You may think Andrew Yang's UBI is better than Bernie's guaranteed job program from the Nordic model. You might think that Tulsi's foreign policy is a little dramatic. You might think all of these things that are, turning you off from the different candidates in this realm. You three people, you three groups of supporters. But we gotta be there to fight for each other, because it's really hard when you have all these powers against us. We literally have every dollar in the world against these three candidates. We have the money from the Democratic Party as well as the Republican Party. Every industry wants to shut these people down, these anti-establishment candidates. And it's not anti-establishment like Donald Trump. These are people who actually care about the future of everyday Americans. And I feel like the more that we don't support each other, when we're talking Yang Gang, Bernie Bros, we're talking, I don't know what Gabbard's fans are, but the more we fight each other and nitpick certain things, it's just really regressive, because we should be fighting for each other. Put the differences aside and fight for each other. It doesn't matter if we don't have to campaign for each other. We don't have to vote for a different candidate. But when you see this media, I hate to say fake news, but this extremely biased media taking a huge chunk out of their personalities, out of who they are, and totally disregarding them as human beings, as presidential candidates, call it out. We have to be here to fight for each other, or no one else will. This group. So, anyways, Yang Gang, Bernie Bros, whatever you're called right now. I saw someone call them Bernard Brothers or something like that, Bernard Brethren. And I don't know what Gabbard's fans are called. If you know that, put it in the comments. But anyways, that was just a thought I had after watching this piece. Go check out this video, because it's hard to really take this inch by inch, as you see it in the political process, as you see the media going about. But seeing all these examples of just total media, just blatant, disgusting bias, it's just overwhelming when you see it all put into one place. And then you see them being proved wrong at every corner. The Democratic Party is going to have huge issues right now in this election. They still don't have a connection with the people of our country. Who knows? Maybe they'll squeak out a victory, but it's going to be a lot of ups and downs until then, because right now with Joe Biden and the thing where he's talking about his son not being corrupt, that whole thing, Donald Trump wanted Ukraine to investigate him and his son. In Joe Biden's press releases, he doesn't have an answer. He doesn't have an answer saying, I'm not corrupt. He literally just says, don't look at me, look at this other guy. Donald Trump's bad. I'm not sure how many people really are working for the DNC, for Biden's campaign, that don't understand this message as a whole. but it's becoming pretty obvious. It was obvious in 2016 when they elected Hillary Clinton. These aren't corporations that are looking to elect the best person. The DNC is not looking to elect the best person, or even win the election. The DNC could care less about winning the election. Their goal is not to create change. It's not to change anyone's lives. Their goal is to win with the minimal change happening. They want the most established corporate guy possible. They want to be able to tell their donors that nothing's really going to change for them and promise all of their constituents that it will. And that's just the hard truth of this right now. Again, they care less about winning and more about winning on their terms. They don't want a Bernie to win. They don't want a Yang to win. They don't want Gabbard to win. They want themselves to win. They don't care about this overall election process. I bet a lot of them, it actually came out in an article, now that I'm thinking about it, that a lot of people, big donors for the Democratic Party, said that if they elect like Bernie or Warren, they're putting their money behind Trump. So where does this really lie? Where does the cash flow really lie? The cash is going towards what is best for their interest. It's not towards what is going to capture the passion of the American people. They're caring about what's going to maintain the status quo for them. And the people that I'm talking about right now, the groups of supporters, we should all be fighting for each other in this battle, because it's really hard when you literally have the whole world against you. The polls are lying to us. They want to make the polls look like we have no chance. All of us, Yang, Bernie, Gabbard, they want to do everything they can to delegitimize us so that they don't even hear our voices at the table. In SNL, I know it's a comedy skit, but a lot of truth is said in jest about what they think. And they announced the candidates. They had Yang come out as Crazy Money Guy. They had, actually, I'm not sure if they went through everyone, but they narrowed it down to 4 people. And they're like, okay, the 4 actual candidates speak. And you see that bias there. You see that they're only looking at these 4 actual candidates. But they should be looking at what the people actually want. And they just aren't doing that right now. But anyway, enough with that rambling. If you agree or disagree, like it for me, please. Thank you. Comment what you think about this. How can we help each other move forward? And subscribe to my channel for future content. One take, baby.